Ellis was born the son of a Jewish family in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on September 27, 1913. He had two siblings, a brother and a sister. Ellis was often tasked with caring for his two siblings, as his father was away on business trips and his mother was described as self-absorbed and emotionally distant. In an interview printed in the December 2004 issue of Australasian Psychiatry, entitled In Conversation with Dr. Albert Ellis, the writer states that he and Dr. Ellis explored the impact of his childhood illness, sibling relationships, and parental divorce, teenage struggles with dating, the effect of Hitler, Stalin, and the aftermath of the Second World War on his pacifist philosophy, Hornian psychoanalysis, religion, God, mysticism, and his love of humor and singing, and of course, inventing REBT. In the same interview, Dr. Ellis claimed to have begun the development of rational emotive behavior therapy at age 5 while trying to heal himself from both the ills of society and childhood illness and family problems. He also taught his younger brother and some of his friends his ideas as young as a youth. Dr. Ellis received his first degree in business from the City University of New York. He was really an unsuccessful businessman and tried to write fiction, but was unsuccessful as that, also in the Great Depression. So he sought a degree in clinical psychology, where he was trained in psychoanalysis and the theories of Freud. He received his PhD from Columbia in the mid-1940s and had already begun practicing and writing while in school. By 1955, the works of Horney, Adler, Fromm, and Sullivan influenced Ellis to abandon his psychoanalysis approach and develop something he named rational therapy. Here, clients were aided in understanding and acting on what they understood. In the interview with Halas, Ellis admitted that his techniques were at first fairly orthodox, a new idea. As Dr. Ellis began to share his ideas, he was met with both opposition and hostility. But he persevered and advanced his ideas to create his more complex theory of rational emotive behavior therapy. This therapy combines concentrations of emotions and behaviors while focusing on thoughts, cognitions, and even conceptions. The commonalities among the technique used by current rational behavioral therapists are a lack of emphasis placed on early childhood, a shift in client thinking and philosophy to a more rational and scientific thought process, and the assignment of psychological homework. This Think and Act approach is the foundation of the Albert Ellis Institute, which was formed in New York in 1959. Ellis used the royalties from his books to buy the initial building. In the 2004 interview with Dr. Ellis, George Hill asked questions about the current trend in diagnosis of children with ADHD. Dr. Ellis replied that such children have two problems. One, the biological problem that was ADHD, and the secondary problem, how they felt about their ADHD, putting themselves down for not being competent in our culture. Ellis continues by adding that it's like psychosis. Psychosis involves a great deal of incompetence. Psychotics are often able to do the things that other people do, and in our culture, and most culture, even children are supposed to be competent. They're supposed to be able to get marks in school and be successful at sports. So when children with ADHD see that they don't understand things the same way other kids do, they often put themselves down. Ellis is quoted as saying, "It's not good, I'm not good." And he adds that there's an enormously huge impact on their biology, the handicap, and ADHD. The writer of the interview says this aspect would cause this to be accessible to the treatment with REBT, and that approach could alleviate their self-attack, maybe in combination with medication. Ellis replied, yes, even with schizophrenics, we get them to accept themselves as schizophrenics. Ellis was a prolific writer, wrote more than 75 books and 1,200 articles. In the 2004 interview, Dr. Ellis stated that by the age of 12, he decided that religion was unnecessary and God was probably absent. He considers himself to be a probabilistic atheist. Ellis died in July of 2007. The Ellis Institute still conducts research and provides continuing education for practitioners today. Thank you for your time.